What's going on, world? I am James Betts, and I'm your host of the new and improved Sipp culture. And I'm here with 5 beautiful souls, 5 brown girls. And without further ado, you guys can introduce yourselves. Start with you.
Hi everybody, I'm Lauren, or LJ, the Fly Diva. I'm from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Hi everybody, I'm Brittany, the classy brown girl from Chicago, Illinois.
Hi guys, I'm Megan Hines, the artsy brown girl from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Hi, I'm Leslie Pollard. I am the purpose-driven brown girl, and I am from Hattiesburg, Mississippi as well, but I live in Moss Point.
Hello everybody, I'm Kendall Buck. I'm the eccentric brown girl, and I'm from Crenshaw, Mississippi. Hey! Crenshaw.
So, here on Sipp Culture, we highlight individuals, groups, organizations, or anybody who's contributing to the culture. And I am honored to have these women as my first and foremost interview on the platform, on the new and improved platform, as a matter of fact. So we'll get right into it. How was this collective born? How was this made? How did y'all come about this?
5 Brown Girls started when Megan was getting married. It was the 4 of us planning her bridal stuff.
Serious.
It was it was hectic.
So y'all huddled up and y'all was like, what we doing?
Yeah, we had to plan.
Every 2 days, almost every 2 days, we got on Facebook Messenger and we FaceTime each other like, okay, what are we gonna do? Leslie and I voted on one thing. Lauren and Kendall voted on something else. So every week, every 2 days, it was.
Well, as far as like what you're gonna do, like with.
Well, it started off with us planning her bachelorette, but after having a conversation so many days out of the week, we started talking about sidebar conversations. Of course, before we got to business, we would talk about what's going on in our personal lives, our goals that we were trying to achieve in that time, and we basically said in those conversations that after we got that done, that we were going to let her know because she was going to be offended if she was involved. So we said after that we were going to start that weekly, and that has been what we call the Wednesday wind down.
Oh, okay. Well, how did y'all become friends? Like, did 2 people know each other and then the other 2, and like tell the story. Let's get right into it.
I would like to take credit for everyone knowing one another.
Okay,
let's see how.
Let us see how.
Yes, I'm the glue.
Because I feel like I'm the glue. No, I feel like I'm the glue. I want to know how you're the glue and I'm not the glue.
All right.
Go.
Your perspective first.
Yes.
So, as most people that are our friends in real life, they know that this is my blood sister, LJ. And
Wait,
this,
Yes.
you didn't know that?
See, I'm just finding out while we're here.
Yes.
My sister.
Now, a lot of people don't know that this is not my blood sister, but I was here before her. Her mother was my godmother before she was born. Okay. I don't know how. Hold up. I lost it.
Let me do it. You ready? Because I know.
I was trying to take credit for these 2.
No, I know how I'm the glue. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So this is my blood sister. This is her god sister technically, but I adopted her as my god sister because I was not one to be left out. Okay. So then I did. So I went to Tougaloo and I walked up to Kendall like, hey girl, my hat coming out. Hey girl, how you doing? Let's be friends. I'm Lauren. And
it's so weird. Like, oh my God.
Hey, what's up?
I'm not
like,
a social person. Like, who is she?
And we grew together. And I invited her and my sister and some more people in someone else's car to go to a football game, hang out.
I was in high school.
Yes. And then when we pledged Delta, she's my line sister. This was my special Delta, okay? And she became close to me. And they didn't like her at first. They didn't love her, okay? She had to grow on them. I'm sorry for talking like that.
It's true. That's another episode.
But then she refused to let go of me. Okay, I love you. And I refuse to let go of her too. Okay, and then we all just came together. I'm the glue.
Keep the
Okay, you're the glue.
Yeah.
So Leslie said, I'm the glue. You said I'm the glue. Then
we're all the glue.
We are the glue.
This is the glue.
We all play a different part in this sisterhood. Each one of us has a different part that we play that makes it all work together.
Organically,
See,
that's what we.
And how that comes together. See that's amazing how the people are connected and one. Now the way y'all got connected, that was just like friends. Yeah, boom, we here.
Right. Okay.
She's so dope to me. I just want her to be my friend.
She just up and go like, let's rob a bank. All right, cool.
Let's go.
Which way?
Let's go. What time?
And we haven't let go of that.
Right.
Like set it off, y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that I've kind of got a sense of the personalities of each one, with so many strong personalities, how do y'all like keep it together? You know, because women have this thing where it's like, you know, they don't hang with other girls or something like that. And I like that you guys are collectively getting together and making it happen. So with so many strong personalities, how do you guys keep this together?
We all are respectful of our talents and our artistry. We all know where we fit into the sisterhood. I know what Lauren is good at. I know what I'm not good at. I know what I'm good at. Each of us know when it's time to play our parts. It just happens organically. Like, we know when to fall back and we know when to step up. Whenever something needs to be done, everybody knows their part. I'm always the creative director. Like, I know that, you know, I'm the background to the foreground. Like,
so not only classy, but
yes. Okay.
Yes.
So I know,
but also
I know when to play my part.
Honesty too.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
We don't always, you know, girl, I love you, girl.
We don't check each other and be like, girl, your attitude is very poor today. Like,
what is wrong with
like, no, don't act like
we
that.
were on a wind down one day and I like hung up on them.
Yeah.
And then I came back like 15 minutes later and it was like, oh, hey girl, you back?
Oh, you mad.
Like, it just works. We just work with each other.
Let's move on.
I think that's a good thing because, you know, I've had partners in the past and, you know, they don't communicate well, or, you know, he may be good at one thing but he's trying to take over something, or I may be, you know, like just not meshing. And with that, a lot of women or people in general can learn from that. They can just look at that and say, okay, we build a team and each person has an objective purpose and we let them use their strength and we just, you know, move from there. So
build off each other's strengths.
I will credit Leslie to being like the real, raw, organized sister. Like when it's time to let you know, like this is what's going on. This is what you are not doing.
Okay.
Leslie get you straight, but it's still all love.
That's what I say, because like she said, we as in us, we didn't like Brittany.
Yeah.
But it was because we had this organic thing going and she was coming in a circle. We were like, who is this person? But once you realize that this person is not trying to, like what we do now, not trying to take over, she's trying to add to.
Right.
And it was just our love from then. So, but you know, I had to let her know where I was coming from.
Oh, she let me know.
You know what? That kind of brings it back now because that could be part of your glue argument. So glue, and then boom.
Because honestly, once we said, yes, I was like, okay, well, we can all be.
All right then.
Everybody has
when
to
you
get along.
disagree and you listen to each other's opinions,
right.
then you learn from each other. If everybody is a yes girl, then we're not going anywhere.
Right,
you know?
right. I'd like for somebody to be honest with me, like in general, whether it's a relationship or friendship or anything like a business partnership. Like, just let me know. That way I'll have my weaknesses at the forefront. Then, hey, I can work from there. But 5 Brown Girls, the title 5 Brown Girls, is it only for brown girls? Like,
here's the thing.
General, like,
5 Brown Girls is not just for brown girls, but 5 Brown Girls is a celebration of brown girls. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 Brown Girls is a celebration of brown girls. So if you celebrate brown girls, if you want to uplift brown girls, then you are part of the movement. We celebrate everybody. We love everybody. Though that space is to push, motivate, encourage the brown girl.
Right.
I mean, the black man, the brown man, white man, white girl, no matter what your ethnicity is, if you can celebrate the brown girl, we welcome you. Come on in.
That's good. Like, because I think specifically the brown girl is looked at last.
Yes.
Statistically or anything, and it's just, you know, what you ladies are doing is just putting that on the forefront. Like, you know, we're gonna make something happen with.
And the thing about it is, just because we uplift the brown girl doesn't mean that we downgrade anyone else.
Right,
you know, we're just celebrating ourselves and our culture and uplifting that, but that doesn't mean anybody else is.
And by brown girl is really the underdog. Because, you know, in music and everything, I'm always for the underdog. And it's really just saying that we're uplifting the people that are looked at last, like you said. Because Well, nobody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have to say, okay, well, just because, like, the main thing we talk about this past month has been self-care and mental health. Because we are, as black women, we're expected to always be okay. Yeah. And nobody else is telling us that you need to take a moment, girl, and, burn some sage or whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, like you said.
Yeah, man, that's everything said right there. I was going to add something in, but I think it's a beautiful thing where, we could put that on the forefront because, we always kind of, black women have this negative, like, thing about them in society, and they say, they're just angry.
It's the stereotype that others have written about us, that we're always angry.
Right. We can't be assertive. Like, I can't be assertive in my stance and my beliefs and stand strong in that without coming across as angry or mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm just strong in my boundaries. I'm strong in who I am, and I'm not going to waver no matter who you are. So that doesn't make me a bad black woman. That makes me a beautiful black woman.
Right.
You know what I mean?
An assertive black woman.
An assertive black woman. Hey, high five.
Man, I had this thing where I saw, before I say that, how important is it for, like, not only other brown women but, like, men in general to, uplift the brown girl and, like, specifically us uplifting you guys? Like, how important is that?
I think
you know you're going to say something. Right?
Everybody was looking at me. I think that the brown girl always uplifts the black man. And I think that it is
the brown man, the black man. The
brown man, black man, yes.
White woman.
Thank you.
Yeah,
but I think that we're expected to be strong in all situations, and the way that you support us is by allowing us to be vulnerable in times when we need to be vulnerable, allowing us to let our walls down when we need to let our walls down, allowing us to exhale when we need to exhale, because we don't always have to be strong. You know, and strong doesn't mean I'm not crying, I'm not worrying, I'm not stressing. Sometimes strength is shown in the breakdown.
And
being vulnerable.
Yeah.
I feel like we are so blessed that we all were given the opportunity to have a significant other that supports us no matter what. The good, the bad, the ugly. They're always there for us. And not only are they there for us, but they're there for each other.
And us.
Husband.
Husband at home now. The other husband is taking our pictures right now.
They always support us no matter what. And then when we came up with 5 brown girls, it was like, okay, what do we have to do? And they're always there for us, and I love it.
Man, I was looking up something the other day, and I'm always interested in the psychological effect of it, like the ability to degrade a black woman from a man doing that, and keyword ability, like there's 46 chromosomes in the DNA, and the 9th chromosome, it has something within it to where it gives, like, the child, like, intuition or intelligence or anything like that, and from breast milk as well, and like insight. And whenever a man has the ability to do that, he gets that from a woman, but he uses that ability to degrade or down talk a woman. And I was like, that's perspective right there. Like, before you do that, nobody's gonna think about no scientific type stuff, but it's like something, you get that ability from a woman, not from the male gene, but the woman, and it turns out you're using that ability that you got from her to downgrade it. So I thought that was, like, crazy and interesting at the same time.
But being pro brown girls, black girls, it does not mean that you have to date within your race. Of course, we promote black love. We all for it. But it doesn't mean that you have to be. It just means that you don't put, like you said, degrade us or put us down just because you choose otherwise. Because at the end of the day, your mama is still a brown woman, black woman. So that's what it means. Like, not necessarily saying, okay, you can't love who you love. It's just saying don't put down where you come from just because you're moving on. Just like moving out the neighborhood. You can't say, oh, well, that neighborhood is horrible, and you know good and well that's where you came from.
Yeah, it's shaped and molded who you are.
Yeah, that's who you are.
You left.
Yeah.
But so are you collaborating with other organizations or groups that have a similar mission or something of the same type of objective?
Well, coming June 1st, we are collaborating with another organization, the Pearls, where we will be doing various workshops for young brown girls from elementary age to high school. And we will be talking to them all about self-care. What can you do for yourself to make you feel better, to make your day go better, or to make you feel as if you are giving yourself 100% and not giving all of that to somebody else.
Yeah, all the things that we learn as adults and young adults that we could have learned when we were younger.
The things that we want to tell our younger selves. We want to tell the young girls that we will speak to on June 1st, hey, this is what you can do now to give yourself 100%, not just give it to somebody else, not give your all to somebody else, and then when it comes back to you, you have nothing.
So using that experience to, give to the younger generation, I think that's dope.
And we welcome future collaborations as well. We do.
Okay.
Not only are we using our previous experiences and our knowledge, but you have educators within the 5 Brown Girls that can say, hey, this is what's going on in middle school.
Right.
This is what's going on in elementary. Once you get to high school, this is what you can expect. And this is what you look forward to, whether you decide to go to college or to take up a trade. Right. Whichever you can do to be successful in life, to be productive, we want to give you our insight to help you get to that point.
Because we had, not only do we have educators in K-12 education, we also have college. A college professor who has seen what, a lot of people who, now some people go to her school that, did go straight there intentionally, but some people have done basically, play around and now they want to get together. So she's seen that. We got sister over here who, she works in mental health where she sees people that have been just basically, led astray. And of course, we have BB here, who we call Tommy. Because we don't quite know what she does.
Let's get into that.
She never can explain her job. I can explain her job right now.
We know that.
Wait, where did Tommy come from?
Because Tommy on Martin. You ain't got no job.
Everybody says, "Oh, LJ works here." Everybody knows who.
And then it's like Megan,
and we know she is the boss. Like she's running stuff, but we can't really put it into words.
I mean, it's like something was. If a crime was committed and she was just like they have a picture.
They don't know. They don't know.
Just can't
we
connect
know now.
We know now. But we were on the wind down the other night, and I had to ask Lauren, what do I do? We have to have these.
Okay, make sure. What do I do?
If someone asks you, you need to be able to answer. So
like Megan, what does Megan do?
And, I'm just saying.
I know her job is important.
She runs stuff. That's all we need to do.
Right.
So, have there been any obstacles that kind of slowed you guys down, or may have slowed you down on like the mission, the overall mission that you guys?
Number one, I want to say the distance. Like I'm in Atlanta now, so it's like, dang, I miss a lot.
Yeah.
And
we have one in Atlanta, 2 in Byram, 1 in Moss Point, then I'm in Hattiesburg. So, the wind down does help us stay connected and keep our thoughts together. We have an agenda and everything. We on the wind down. The husbands know when the wind down goes down, just do your thing.
They know.
Fall asleep because we're gonna be up all night.
Like on the calendar, like for real.
Yes, it's on the calendar.
This is a standing meeting every Wednesday at 8:30. We know it's time to do the wind down. Everybody read your agenda before we get started.
And she creates the agenda. This one is our boss lady. She creates the agenda, and then when we get off task, okay, y'all,
time
get back on.
Corporate Connie.
Corporate Connie.
Corporate Connie.
Let's get back to where we need to be. We have to take care of business first.
I mean, hey, it's always gonna be things like that. You guys use like Zoom or like the FaceTime, like
Facebook
Messenger.
Yeah, we use Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay, yeah. So even though you have the distance, you still can have that. I mean, we got technology.
Since the time we started Wednesday Wind Down, we've only missed one.
Yeah.
One?
Maybe
we've
two.
only missed one. I don't even think it's 2.
It would be some people maybe missing. But
yeah.
But mostly,
we've only missed one Wednesday Wind Down, but every Wednesday we know that there's business to conduct. We have to talk about our roses and thorns, what was good for your week, what was bad for your week, and what do you have coming up?
Man, that's interesting. I have a mentor. She's like one of those quiet millionaires that live like out here in Hattiesburg, but she was saying like her and her siblings, they do what you guys were doing as far as like if one of them had like a bad day or something like that, they all would get together and like kind of transfer that energy into like, hey, look, it's gonna be all right, we got you, and uplifting. And when you guys were talking, that kind of reminded me of that, and I was like, you know, more women, and I like how you put that on the forefront, but more women need to, well, more people. I mean, not generalize, because I'll be, you know, because, you know, you have to have that support system. That's always going to be, even though you can uplift yourself, you have that team and that support with you that can do that. So, what are some challenges you guys have faced, like individually and as a group? Like, you know, I can go one by one, you know, individually, or we can say as a group first.
As a group, I think one of the challenges is getting people to interact with us more. Like, we've gotten a lot of likes, we've gotten a lot of shares. People are showing us a bunch of love, but they're not commenting and interacting with us because we want it to be a space where you come and uplift each other. And it's not just for us to uplift, we want each other to uplift each other. And, you know, kudos to each other and shout out to each other. And we have a segment, for example, Writing Wednesday, where you write in your journal. We want to encourage women to write more and express themselves more. Yeah. And, you know, you can interact on that post as well. What you thought about the week, what you thought about the prompt, just interacting with us on that. I think that's a challenge we're trying to figure out how to get people to open up and talk to us. Yeah, open up and talk to us a little bit.
We want to make this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we want
we're not experts.
Yeah, right. We've just had some life experiences and we learned from that. We just want to share that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've had, when I started this, I've had challenges along the way, and then, you know, it just, over time, it was like people start engaging, but you know what you guys have, people are going to start reaching out, because there's some people who are fighting like private battles in private, and they're like, man, you know, I need to find some outlet, and they see that, and the more you market, they'll see it over and over.
I think that's part of the reason that you'll notice on our blog posts is we explore our own vulnerability, and we share things that we've gone through, and I think that's the reason we do that, to encourage other women. We've gone through some things, you know, and we've overcome them. And when you go through things, it's not for you, it's for someone else. Like, to share that experience with them, to let them know it's not the end. Like, you're in a tunnel right now, but you can climb and dig your way out of that tunnel. There's light at the end of that tunnel, and you can get to the other side. So I think that's one of the biggest things that we do.
I have to credit my wife, because she got me to kind of open up. You know, men, we like, man, I could have got shot earlier and then come home like,
I'm good.
I had a good day. But, you know, we have that communication where I can talk about it, and, you know, we trust each other with those vulnerabilities. And what you guys are doing is just putting that out there, and then having somebody else to connect with that, and they're able to like kind of share that same journey with you. So, but, you know, as a group, that's the challenges you have. Have there been any challenges individually that, you know, maybe when like one in the group is having some issues or something, they all come together? And you don't have to get personal. We don't want to do that, but just like this.
That's the whole purpose of the wind down. Yeah. I mean, relationship, work, anything that kids.
It's like, girl, let me tell you what happened.
The rose and the thorn, like, that's what we do. Like, look, this was great this week. Like, remember I was telling y'all last week this was horrible? Well, this week, that's my rose. But now, this week, you know, it's always relationships. You know, we don't go, just be honest, we don't go into detail because, you know, we are sisters, and sisters don't forgive as quickly as each other. But, you know, we might just be like, I'm not fooling with babe today, you know.
Oh, man.
But that and work, of course, work, and that you give all the details. Kids, because we would be on the wind down, and kids supposed to been asleep 2 hours ago. They come there,
so they have their own wind down.
Oh yeah,
so,
they have.
I tell you, our kids that are old enough to message. Let me say that our kids that are old enough to message, they have their own little messenger group.
They talk about their day.
Messenger kids.
Their group is called.
I know they had a messenger
Questions for Life. It's called Questions for Life.
Okay.
They They call themselves cousins for life, and they message each other like, you know, how was your day? What's for homework? What are you eating? What's going on? What are you watching?
Send me a picture of the baby.
Yeah.
So we show, you know, that kids soak things up or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course we want to uplift other, you know, men and women, but you know, we also want to
right.
Our kids mimic what they see. So they see our sisterhood and they see our relationships, and it's like they are so close. I was just asking Lauren today, I wonder if they're going to be like the best of friends when they get older, because they're so close right now.
Right.
You know, just
those are the great ones that develop, because they do them since birth. You know, they grow up and they're like, we've been since like 7 and 8 or.
They've been growing up since birth.
Yeah,
since
birth. Even better.
Like
they think they're
right.
blood.
Like they've been growing up together since birth. Like that's
right.
That's all they
like
they
me.
know.
So what are some? Oh, what you saying?
We're sorry.
What are some goals for like this group overall? Like what are some goals that you're trying to accomplish? Short term, long term.
Brittany has a vision, and I just want her to share it. Please.
Like daily, I must say daily, I have visions for the 5 Brown Girls. Like I see us going places and doing things and motivating and encouraging other brown girls and black women and little girls that look like us that will one day grow up to be us. So my vision is that, and this is the educator in me, one day we will come together and write a curriculum where other organizations across the nation and maybe even across the world will take our curriculum that we have written and incorporate it into their organization and create after school programs or other programs where they meet twice a month, where they're teaching young girls about self-care. Right. They're teaching young girls about how to be entrepreneurs, or they're teaching young girls about the meaning of family and how important that is to them. So I hope that one day we can offer our curriculum for free to other organizations to where they can download it and say, hey, we're going to incorporate this into our business, into our organization, and offer this to our community.
Okay.
To start that short term, we're right now currently looking into making it a 501c3 so that we can write grants and get grant monies to create those types of programs for women. So we want to do that. Then we also want to have events, you know, coming soon, you know, things like that. So 5 Brown Girls will do some
great things.
Yeah.
I almost want to do a little slow clap.
Do it. Yeah.
Don't give me the Randy Watson from Coming to America. They're like, oh, you look good. Give yourself a hand clap. But, I mean, this kind of ties into the previous question. Like, what do you see yourself for 5 Brown Girls 10 years from now?
I see us having our own worldwide organization to where we come together as 5 successful women with our own definitions of success, to where we can take what we have learned in our experiences in life and encourage other young girls or young women to say, hey, I can do this. I can be exactly what I want to be regardless of my past, regardless of my background, whether I was a, married woman in a successful marriage, or I'm a divorcee and I'm a single mom now. Regardless of what your dream is, you can do that. You can do whatever it is you put your mind to.
Not only that, but just making positivity, because when we post things, it's amazing. The comments that you get is like, it's great to see positivity amongst brown girls, black women, and it's just like that should be the norm.
Yeah.
So we want that more than anything.
What's the norm now is love and hip hop and basketball wives and what that's entertainment, but people have a hard time separating the entertainment factor from the reality. And so it seems that that's what black girls are and that's what black girls represent, and that is not us. That's not who we are.
And that's especially true with this educator and me.
Right.
Middle school, I have so many conversations with my girls at the school because they literally don't comprehend. I don't like this person, so I don't have to be around this person because I stopped watching reality TV back in 2012 because I was watching Basketball Wives. And yes. And Evelyn and Jen, y'all know who that is. Evelyn and Jen were in some island that was so beautiful. The water was like clear as this cup. And they were arguing, and I just could not understand how could you be in a place that beautiful arguing with somebody and with that much money that they have? Like, you could not pay me to argue with you. And the kids, they can't comprehend that just because they see it on TV that these people that don't like each other are always around each other and always arguing. If you see somebody you don't like, go the other way. So we want to teach them those skills that just because, and not necessarily not like that person forever, but just while y'all not getting along, go your separate way. And then you also need to have the skills to go back to her and say, okay, we had a misunderstanding, so we need to figure out what we went wrong with that. Just
you can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
One thing I've learned within my friendship circle, we can agree to disagree. Regardless of what it is, I don't always have to agree with how she feels or agree with how they feel. I can have my opinion and they can respect mine and I can respect theirs.
Except when we wanted to go to the Rhinery because we won.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes, we won.
Yes, we won.
My husband talks about all the time. One time when we first got married, me and Kendall, bestie, hey boo, we were on the phone and it was like we were arguing about something. I have no idea. She was way in Texas and we were just arguing back and forth. And then it was like, we did. And it was like, okay, well, what you watching on TV, girl? It was like, okay, we got ourselves out, what we had. Then we came to a ground and we discussed why we were mad, you know. And then it was like, okay, well, I love you, baby. You know, it wasn't it. You don't have to, it's okay to disagree. You don't have to always rah, you know. But it's the way that you handle the situation. And you come back and you can apologize to your sister and say, I was wrong, you know, for X, Y, and Z. And please forgive me for X, Y, and Z. And girl, I love you, you know. That type of deal, that's what is not shown and that's not what's represented. It's always the angry side and the mad side. Unless we're two beautiful black women with a lot of money, we're taking our heels off and fighting. Like, why are we doing this, you know? So we just wanted to represent the positive, what we see when we see black girls, brown girls. This is what we see.
Because
Queen, hey beautiful.
I was about to say because 4 of us went to Tugulu.
Tugulu College alum.
And it is a lot of women from Tugulu that are like taking over the world, not just Tugulu.
Oh yes.
You will see a lot of people that's on my timeline, and I
but shout out to Tugulu though.
Get rid of people.
Yes.
See, a lot of women, they like it's just
they're doing great things, but we don't see that.
Right.
So we intend to highlight that. We're saying a whole lot of stuff, but back to what you said, in 10 years.
I don't even remember what the question was anymore.
I mean, hey.
In 10 years, we want that positivity to be on the forefront.
Yeah.
I mean, just in short, but I mean, that was great how it was put out there because now that's still what you were saying could be 10 years from now.
Yeah.
What you have now.
We want to see brown girls lighting each other's candles in 10 years because me lighting her candle doesn't dim mine. It doesn't dim my shine. My shine's still going, and now hers is going too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And we want these two health experts to put their knowledge out, the stuff that we learn from them every day. Stuff that people don't know about their families and the experiences that they come into when their family members are sick or when they are sick mentally. That's a lot of things that we want to put out there as well because I don't know a lot of stuff that the coping skills that she teaches us, you know, weekly. So, and then as far as her job, because I know what she does now.
Okay, Tommy.
Tommy got a real job. But just, I don't want my family to be, you know, to the wayside and not know what my plan is. If my mom got sick, or if I got sick, or my husband, or my children, like we need to have a plan for those types of situations, and she can teach them that as well.
There are options out there.
Yeah. Now, you know, I know you guys are humble and you guys uplift other people and each other, but y'all need to get in y'all bag. Like, what separates y'all from the other groups out there? Like, what? And you can brag. It's okay.
I'll brag on y'all. Y'all ready? I can brag.
See, I know Lauren. She gonna.
First, I think it's our organic relationship. You know, we've been genuine friends for 10, 20, 30 years. You know, it's varying degrees here, you know. And we all really, 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 really genuinely love each other and want to see each other grow. I think that's good. But then I think that we all have something amazing to bring to the table. Like, you know, this one is a boss. She's going to keep us organized. She's going to keep our life in order. I promise you, okay? She's going to also be our creative director. Like, she was like, oh, yeah, you totally need to wear that hat today.
Oh, yes.
You know, like, she's that, you know. And then here's our artsy baby. You know, when we get ready to plan our events, we didn't know who to call. Get her together. She's going to make it look nice. She's going to make it look beautiful. You know, when this money starts rolling in from my mouth to God's ears, our financial officer right here is going to keep us organized. She's going to keep us ready.
Yes. Yeah, she's gonna keep us in order.
This is our eccentric baby over here, okay? So she keeps us. We're gonna do our meditation. We're gonna pull out our sage. We're gonna do our yoga. We're gonna listen to different music. Every time I'm around her, I learn new music. She's Zen King, you know what I'm saying? I'll let one of y'all do me. Let me not brag on me. Do me. You do me.
Oh my God.
Do me. Somebody do me.
Lauren is our PR person. Like, she keeps us up to date on what we should do, what we should not do, what's the right way to do things when it comes to our edits.
Ooh, yes, child.
When it comes to our weekly blogs that you all get every Monday, this is the person behind the edit.
You're reading it like, I thought I did.
We can send her something and it's all chopped and screwed and she gets it together. Like, this is our person.
Writing papers for people.
Yeah.
Man, this is our English professor. Yes. 20 pages.
It's all coming together.
Yes, she is the one. She brings our stories to life. Like, we give our details and we put it all out there. We're vulnerable with our words, but she makes sure that you all can understand it in the best way possible.
She conveys it in like the best way. Like, you just so bomb.
She's Mother Goose.
Yes,
and
she's Mother Goose.
She's Mother Goose.
Whenever we have a slight disagreement about something, Mother Goose brings us back together.
Unless she's one of the ones.
Yes, unless she's the one that's disagreeing. If she's not disagreeing,
that's a problem.
Then she brings us all back together. Like, hey, listen, this is what she feels like, and it's okay to understand how she feels.
You have to look at it from her perspective.
Yes.
So if it lasts a little longer,
she's
a
great
negotiator.
Great negotiator.
She said if it lasts a little longer, it's because she involved. So you said, I ain't that good at it.
No. I'm saying now, if you're not involved, if it's one of us, then you're going to end it quick. But if you are not, we're going to all let it fester.
Like, come on. Let's
Go ahead, girl.
I couldn't deal with y'all in that moment.
You did hang up on
Kendall thought it was
We are so in sync. LJ, I knew you were upset. I knew you were going to hang up. Like, I was like, she ain't feeling it. She needed a break.
She'll be back.
She'll be back, but she needed a break.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, that's good because even if you're going through something, you already know you got the team
that's all love,
She
right?
hang up and call right back. It's okay.
Megan called her personally on her phone, like, hey, LJ, come on back on the call. I messaged her, like, where are you?
I just popped back on.
You did. Like, it was nothing. Like, nothing happened.
See, I get a good sense of energy from it. Even though y'all just bragged on yourself, it still feel like, you know, y'all still uplift people. Even though, you know, and that's, I think that's okay. You can still say, hey, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is not me bragging, but I'm just saying who I am. And, you know, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I can shed light on you as well. That's what I do with Sipp Culture. I'm like, you know, this is what I do. However, I want to be a conduit for other people and other, you know, organizations that shed light on them as well. Because, you know, I just started off, I was in a hotel working out of town at my job, and I just decided to do this. And I was like, it was a guy, he's doing music, and he's a local rapper, so I was like, man, let's get on live and just talk about what you got going on. And everybody was tuning in, and they liked how I kept putting the questions on what he was doing and just taking it off myself, but also just doing what I was doing. And it meshed, and it started from there. So
you got to be able to facilitate now.
Right. So, and I heard you guys say it throughout the interview. And it's my last question. I heard you guys say it like a million times. So what is the wind down?
The most important event of our lives.
Who wants to do the wind down?
Me. I can do the wind down.
Go with me.
So basically, the wind down is, a weekly meeting that we have, video conference via Facebook Messenger. And we discuss different things. We have an agenda. So like we were talking about earlier, we discuss, what happened good with our week, what was our rose and what was kind of rough, which is our thorn or whatever. So, sometimes we have a couple of thorns, so we discuss that first, and that's kind of our icebreaker,
Right.
And then we jump straight into the agenda. We start talking about items that we have to discuss, decisions that we have to make, from something as simple as t-shirt designs to, bigger things like events that we're planning and stuff that we're, about to have going on. So, sometimes we veer off,
a lot of times.
Life happens, kids pop up out of nowhere, and start talking in the group, and I mean, different stuff like that, but ultimately, we bring it back in and, complete what we met for or whatever. Right. And, we have a way to, of course, review everything, items that we need to close out, things that we need to work on or whatever. So really, outside of just it being a meeting, it's a way for us to sync.
Right.
We talk every single day.
Right.
So we, group message all day long, every single day.
Long.
But, getting that time to see each other because, like we talked about earlier, the distance being, a little issue or whatever, but being able to lay eyes and sometimes, we can see that, our sister needs a little encouragement or, we have something we need to celebrate. We have to do it via conference, via video conference or whatever. So, it's been a really, I would say, effective.
Right.
Because throughout work, we all have these meetings that we have to sit in, and they're just pretty much pointless or whatever. But
could have been an email.
Could have been an email, right?
Grandma Annalise back.
But I think that this is something that is really awesome that we've started up doing, and it's gonna continue. Like Lauren and Brittany were saying earlier, we've only missed one. And we're really busy. We have, jobs, kids, husbands.
But I think we prioritize that though. That's a priority.
Significant others,
Self-care.
So,
See, when I first heard it, I thought like actual wine was involved.
Actually,
we're drinking wine.
Actual wine is involved.
I forgot the most important thing.
You are winding down, but like I saw the word wine.
The only time that wine is not involved is when we're doing our challenges. Like, hey, I'm not drinking wine for the next 4 weeks. Then it's just water for me doing the wine down. But wine is involved because that's necessary.
And coming soon, we are going to share the wine down with the world. So look forward to that. Coming soon.
It might be like a whole thing where y'all get on stage and y'all winding down with people.
But we need people to tell us what they want us to talk about. Yes. We don't want to get up there and just because we can't talk about foolishness for hours.
Right. We would love to hear that though. Message us. Write on our post, comment, let us know what you want to hear, what topics you would like for us to blog about, all of that. What you'd like to have for Writing Wednesday, anything, any type of suggestions we welcome.
One of the biggest things that I love about Wind Down Wednesday is when we talk about a certain challenge in our lives, whether it's with our children, whether it's with our career, or with our significant others. And we give that person the opportunity to speak. We may not all agree with the actions that you took during that challenge, but we're open enough to say, hey, Brittany, that was wrong. I had a situation with my child where I just knew she had did something wrong, and I called on. I was like, oh, I'm so mad. And then the next day I had to apologize to my child because I found out what really happened. And through my interactions with them, it's okay to apologize to each other.
Yes.
It's okay to apologize to your significant others, and it's okay to apologize to your children. Yes. Because you are wrong sometimes too. Yes. Even though we are women and we feel like, we are the glue that hold together our families, sometimes we are wrong.
We are.
But we can't be wrong.
I know I have to apologize and bring it back and because don't want to have that ego.
And I learned that from them.
You can't teach your kids to know when to apologize and to know, how to navigate in this world if you don't live as an example. If you never say, baby, I was wrong, here's why, let me apologize to you, then how can you expect them to, you know,
Absolutely.
think that's where they shortcut.
Well, I mean, that's it from Sipp Culture. That's interesting. Like, you know, I'm glad you ladies came and, you know, gave me a shot on my platform and, you know, just having the world to see 5 brown girls and, you know, what you guys represent and what you guys just show and just that energy that you give off and bring back and just that camaraderie that you guys have.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our platform to others. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm always open, like any kind of promotion you guys or any event, anything, you know, we can meet up again. I know you all the way in Atlanta. You guys are like,
should be back.
Bring the Sipp to the Atlanta.
Maybe one day in the future we can bring together our platforms and we can talk about a certain topic. And we can discuss it.
I'm always open for that. You know, anything, you know, just to get it out there because these things need to be out there.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I agree.
You know, any lasting words, you know, something?
Go ahead, you go first.
So they follow us on Instagram, 5 Brown Girls, and on Facebook, Love 5 Brown Girls.
Yes. And I was just gonna say we appreciate all the support you've given so far.
Yes,
like it's been so much love, and we appreciate all of it.
We do.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Sipp Culture. This is episode 1 of Sipp Culture, where we highlight individuals, groups, or organizations, or anybody that benefits or contribute to the culture. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye, guys.